Hello viewer, welcome to Lesson TV where you exclusively watch and learn. Today we're going to learn about rounding up numbers. And remember, last time we learned about natural numbers. We defined what real numbers are. We defined about the counting numbers and the whole numbers. And I gave you an assignment. I've received most of your answers on the social sites. So I'm going to give you an extension to continue doing the assignment, and we're going to review it on our next lesson. So I am a teacher, but I'm Christine, of course, and welcome to the lesson. So remember, you can give us your feedback, your answers, any question you'd like us to answer through our SMS number, which is 22518. Our Facebook page is Elimu TV, and our Twitter handle is at Elimu_KE. So relax and feel at home. So last time I gave you a brain teaser and you're supposed to answer this question. Mary's father had 3 daughters, the first one being Susan and the other one being Evelyn. So what is the name of the third daughter? Remember, we said in mathematics, you don't need to think so hard, but think so smartly. So if you are thinking so hard, I know you got the answer so wrong. So the answer was Mary, because we're saying Mary's father. So it means among the daughters, Mary is one of them. So let us start by rounding up whole numbers. So if I'm supposed to round up whole numbers, what is the guiding principle that is going to help me to round each number, or any number that I'm given that is a whole number? Remember, in our last topic, we defined what a whole number is. A whole number is a number that does not include, it's not a fraction or a decimal. So if I have a number like 1, 2, 3, all these we call them whole numbers. But if I have a number like 3/4 or 0.25, all these one we call them, this one is a fraction and this one is a decimal. So for me to round up whole numbers, this is what is going to help me. If I have any number from 0 that extends up to 4, the next number will remain unchanged. But if I have any number that is from 5 to 9, I'm going to add 1 to the number. So in our example, let us look at an example. For example, I'm told to round up 234 to the nearest tens. So how do I go about doing such kind of a sum? So what I'll do, I'm going to look, we are looking at the tens. So remember our place value. Our place value, we normally start with ones, then you go to tens, you go to hundreds. So for you to round up numbers or down, you must have to know the place values. So I'm rounding the number to the nearest tens. So this is ones, then tens. So after I've seen this is my tens here. So I'm going to look at the next number. So this is the place value. Then look at the next number here. The next number after the place value. So the next number. Ask yourself, is this 4? Is it greater than 4? Is it greater than 5 or less than 5? So where does it fall? Does it fall within this range, 0 to 4? Or does the 4 fall between this range? So if it falls between this range here, we say this number, it remains unchanged. Whereas the next number, it's going to change into a 0. So this one remains unchanged. So our next number, our rounding up by nearest tens, it's going to be 4. Here we're going to have 0 because the next number, we turn it into a 0. Then this one is going to be a 3 and this one is going to be 2. So in real sense, if you ask yourself, 234, is it nearer to the tens of 30s or 40s? So it's not nearer to the 40s. So it's nearer to the 30s. So 234 to the nearest tens, it's going to be 230. So let us look at more examples. So I want to turn this number first to the nearest hundreds. Then part 2, we are going to round up to the nearest $10,000. So we look at our number hundreds. So here is our number 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we remember the place value. We always start with the ones. So here I have ones, I have tens, I have hundreds. So I'm here. So this is my place value. Then look at the immediate number after the place value, which is 8. So this is my immediate number. So ask yourself, is 8 greater than 5 or less than 5? If it's greater than 5, it means you're going to add 1 to the next number here. Then the other numbers after the place value are going to be turned into 0. So here what you're going to have is 9. We're going to have, a 0. We turn all of them into zeros. So 7 plus 1 will give me 8. The other numbers remain unchanged. So this will have 6, 4, 3, 2. So our number in the nearest hundreds is going to be 2,346,800. Remember, we are changing it or turning it to the nearest, rounding to the nearest hundreds. Now, so this is our answer to the nearest 100. What about to the nearest 10,000? So 10,000, we have our number here, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So going back to the knowledge we had last time on the place values, we start on this side. So we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, then 10,000. So put your mark here. This is the place value. Then look at the immediate number after the place value, which is 6 here. So look at 6. Is 6 greater than 5 or less than 5? 6 is one number up by 5. So it is greater than 5. It means I'm going to add 1 to the number before 6, and all of the others I'm going to turn them into 0, 0, 0, 0. So if I do my final answer, I'm going to get here 0, 0, 0. Here it's still 0. 4 plus 1 will give me 5. I have 3 and I have 2. So my number to the nearest 10,000, I'm going to have 2,350,000. Yeah, that's my answer. So remember to check on the place value. You must know the places value. So if it's tens, just count up to tens. Then look at the immediate number after the tens. So let us look at more examples where we have the zeros. So for example, I have a number like 2. 0, 0, 1. So turn these to the nearest hundreds. Round up to the nearest hundreds. So what do? I start with the place value. This is ones, this is tens, this is hundreds. So I place my mark here. This is where the place value is, or we can just denote with the PV to mean it's the place value. Then from the place value, look at the immediate number which is after that place value. So the immediate number here is 0. So ask yourself, so I can push my slash mark there. So ask yourself, is 0 less than 5 or more than 5? Of course it's less than 5. So it means I'm not going to add anything and my answer is still going to be the same. The digit here is still going to be the same. I'm still going to change the other digits to 0. So I'll have my answer as 0, 0, 0, 2. So 2001 to the nearest 100 is 2000. So we've looked at whole numbers. Let us look at how to round up numbers or down when you're having decimals. If you can remember about the timetable, the table of the place values, so we had our table there. So if I start here from ones, then I go to tens, I go to hundreds, I go to thousands. So in between here is where I have my decimal. So here I have my decimal. Then immediately after decimal, I have what we call the tenths. Then I have hundreds. So you may ask yourself, why is it after the decimal I go immediately to the tens? And why is it after the decimal I just go straight to ones? So here is an explanation. For example, if I had 0.1, then we're supposed to write it in form of a fraction. How will you write this as a fraction? As a fraction, you're going to write it as 1 over 10. So hence we say the immediate place value after the decimal is the tenths. If I have a number like 0.01, how do I write it as a fraction? As a fraction, I write it as 1 over 100. And 1 over 100, you can also say it is like hundreds. So 1 over 10 is the same as tens. So if you are doing fractions, decimals, and you are told round a certain number to the nearest tens, you're going to know that the immediate number you're going to round is immediately after the decimal. For example, if I have 0.026, I'm told round this figure to the nearest tens. So you know tens is just immediately after the decimal. So move one place, this is the tens. So this is my place value. So after the place value, look at the immediate number. So this is my immediate number. Is it greater than 5 or is it less than 5? So 2 is less than 5. So what do I do in this case? The number, the place value will still remain unchanged, but I'm going to turn the other number into 0. So I'll have 0, 0, 0, and my answer is 0.000. Another example, I'm turning for 7.456 to the nearest hundreds. So in this case, what do I do? Going with the tables of the values, this is tens, this is 100. So here is where I place my mark of the PV. We said you can denote it as PV, which means the place value. So after the place value, look immediately the number which is so immediate after the place value. So my number here is 6. I can put a slash because that is what we normally like to use. So I put a slash. I ask myself, the number which is immediate here is 6. So is 6 greater than 5 or it's less than 5? 6 is greater than 5. So what do I do? It means I'm going to add 1 to turn to 0. So in our case, we just have 1. So here, we're going to do this is 0. 5 plus 1 is 6. Here we have 4. And here we have 7. So to the nearest hundreds, I'm going to have 7.460. So the final part, sometimes you are asked, can you identify what is the place value of a certain number in a figure? For example, you are given a decimal like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you are told, can you identify the place value of 8? So what is the place value of 8? Remember, this one is after the decimal. So after the decimal, you go immediately to tens. Then you move to hundreds. From hundreds, you go to thousands. And finally, you have tens of thousands. If you look keenly at the numbers which are just after the decimal, you can note that there is tenths and this THS, THS and THS. Whereas before the decimal, you have like here we have just tenths. You have to observe here, you have to use the S. Then you have, sorry, this one is ones. The S here, then you have tens. The S here. So this is how you identify the place value of a number. So for your assignment today, I'm going to leave you with some numbers so that you can round off to the numbers which have been given in the bracket. So this is your assignment for today. So round off to the numbers given in the bracket, the values which are given in the bracket. So the first number is 2369. You round it to the nearest tens. The second number is 6432001. You round it to the nearest hundreds. And the last one is 0.6714. You round it to the nearest hundreds. So attempt those questions and you're going to look at them on the onset of the next lesson. So thank you very much for watching Elimo TV. And before I leave you, I want you to leave you with a brain teaser. So I want you to tell me what exactly does this word mean or this phrase mean. Mathematics is not a spectator sport. So that is food for thought we're going to discuss in the next lesson. So thank you very much for watching. I have been your teacher, Madam Christina Court, and watch Elimu TV.